Hey everyone, today I'm in the forest, as you can see. I'm here with my dog. He's just sitting here now, this Grommet. And first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for all of your kind comments on my first vlog. I really did not expect that. I honestly thought maybe like a couple of people were going to watch it, and that it was just really going to be one of these things that is just a video of me just talking a lot and not having anyone really connect with it. So I've had so many comments on the video. I've had people directly message me on social media as well, just saying how much it's inspired them. So thank you everyone. It means a lot to me. If you notice me looking, I'm just keeping an eye on the dog. He's pretty good in the forest, but every now and then he does kind of run away, and he's not the brightest of dogs and he gets a little lost, so I have to make sure he stays nearby. So the other reason why I decided to come to the forest today as well is because here in Australia it's late spring, and it's really not a good time to come to the forest once we get to summer, with fire danger season. Especially in this area, we do have a lot of fires that do come through this area, so it's one of those things that Grommet, come back please. Grommet, hey, over here, come on, quick. It's one of those things that if I don't take advantage of it now, I'm probably not going to get to come to the forest again until autumn. So I really do come to the forest mostly because, as I explained in the first vlog, my garden is kind of where my heart and soul is. That's where I have put a lot of time and effort. It's what's helped me heal. The forest, on the other hand, in some ways it's the same kind of thing. It does help me heal. It helps me get grounded. Being in nature in general was going to do that, but the forest also is my source of inspiration. And lately I've been feeling a little bit uninspired, a little bit flat, and I really just kind of wanted to talk about how I use the forest as, yes, a source of inspiration, but it's also a place I go when I just need peace. The garden is where I can relax, and a place I can access at all times, but the forest it's such a different place. It's like being immersed in the heartbeat of the earth. To me, that's really essentially how it feels, and I come here when I want inspiration and when I just need to just embrace really the wisdom that can be found in any kind of forest, any kind of nature, but the forest is just ancient wisdom to me. It's almost like every time I'm here I can hear the heartbeat of the earth. And the reason why I really needed to come is because I've been quite drained energetically, and that's obviously a follow-on from what I spoke about in the last video about spiritual burnout, and self-care. And the forest is one of these places that I do come to for self-care as well, but it's also a place where I go to reset when I really need to reset my energy. And when you're feeling a lack of inspiration and when you're feeling just physically tired, getting out into an environment that's still, our forests here, they're farmed, so they're not a wild forest, but nature still thrives within the forest. There's still wildlife within the forest. There's still the cycles of life and death within the forest, and it always gives me this inner peace. And nature has a great way of showing us that there is cycles in life, and even in our day-to-day lives, women experience it on a monthly basis of understanding the cycles that our body goes through, and we really do need to start listening to that inner wisdom of our bodies and understanding that it's okay if we have those moments of feeling completely flat and uninspired and unmotivated. That we are going through this natural cycle of learning and growing, and that's really why I needed to come here, because I'd been feeling so stuck in my energy, and sometimes I just need that time for peace. And you can hear just the birds, the wind through the trees, seeing those changes that go through nature as well, because the flowers are blooming, the green is starting to disappear in terms of the grass because it's starting to get warmer, the mushrooms have disappeared, and there's a lot of growth that's happening at this point in time. So it's seeing that it's okay to experience these cycles, and we really need to start embracing those cycles and those times of downtime, and understanding that that's us replenishing our cup, and also understanding that it's in those moments that we really do start shedding old versions of ourselves. And the interesting thing is, when I came here, I haven't actually been here for a couple of months, and I keep meaning to come, and I just kept finding excuses, and loading my plate up with more and more stuff of doing more videos and other business stuff behind the scenes that needs to occur. And I just decided I need to do this for me. And when I came, I realized that they've actually started logging the area here, and for those who hadn't been here before, you probably wouldn't notice, because they've left a lot of the trees still, but they've taken a lot out, so there's a lot of gaps now, and you can see all the tire marks everywhere from the trucks coming through, and all the pine bark everywhere, and trees fallen, and just fresh wood chips everywhere. And even though I know that happens, this is not the first time a section of this forest area has had that happen. I found this particular area a couple of years ago because I had to stop going to another spot that was logged. And I know, the cycle is that once they cut them down, they replant them. It's just that farming cycle of being forest that is for agricultural purposes. But even still, it really did hit me harder than I expected. Perhaps because I didn't expect to find that when I came, and also because it's in particular areas that I've spent a lot of time connecting with myself over the last year, connecting with, my spiritual self, connecting with the Fae, just having a deeper relationship than I've ever had before. So it kind of felt, it's like someone coming into your home that you didn't expect. It felt like an invasion of my sacred space. So this entire path used to be covered with pine needles, just like this. But the further up you go, the more it's just muddy tire tracks. I found this piece of wood here. I'm not sure if it's from the same tree, but it's a perfect piece here. It's almost like a love heart. So I have asked the forest and the Fae for permission, and I'm going to take this with me and use it as part of my altar and a way to remember the forest. You can see how big the tires are. So I just found some little patches of peppermint. There's some over there too, and there's some there. I love that nature will always find a way. You know, it's not like this is a private section of the forest. People ride their horses through here, people walk through here all the time. You know, they do events here, like orientation events and car races and things like that through these forest sections. I mean, this particular area is a little bit quieter than the main section of Mount Crawford Forest, but you know, it's not like it's a private area, but for me it still is private because I don't often see many people, and there's particular spots that I've found in the forest just through walking and journeying through here that have a special meaning to me. And when you don't expect to come and find humanity doing what humans do, and that's destroying things, you know, it is heartbreaking. And you know, it's almost like I could feel that morning coming through the trees as well. You know, a lot of the leaves were falling down, and it was like the earth was crying. And you know, it's hard to explain, especially for people who don't have sacred spaces like this. You know, it really did kind of further cement to me that this part of my cycle that I'm going in is one of shedding the old self, and understanding that I am going through a transition. I mean, at this particular time, we are in Scorpio season. I am a Scorpio, so it's going to hit me a little bit harder than normal. And there's a lot of soul searching that is needing to be done now. And I think it kind of just really hit home for me to see that this is just part of life, that we do have to cut away the old aspects of ourselves sometimes, and that happens during these down moments. That happens during these moments of feeling uninspired, of feeling just flat energetically, and when we are, you know, just needing to take time just to be. And it's a lot of pressure, especially with things like social media and creating online businesses. There's a lot of pressure for us to be on all the time, and to compare our lives to those of other people on social media. You know, especially the spiritual community is no different to any other community. There's still a lot of pressure to be, you know, that stereotypical spiritual person this day and age, which is in tune with nature, this vegan diet, and, you know, enlightened being, and always wanting to spread more love and light, you know. And when you start entering that world as a business owner and as a creator, there's a lot more pressure that comes with that as well. And I guess I had too much expectation on myself. So this is my way of having a bit of a reset and getting back to understanding that the cycles are important, that we need to embrace these cycles, and it's okay to have these down moments. So I'm going to keep walking through the forest. I've got have got a little bit more inspiration. The ironic thing is seeing this destruction in this sacred space has given me a lot of inspiration in terms of photos as well to express myself. So I've got a lot more photos that I want to take. I want to keep walking with the dog because he's getting restless now. He doesn't like to stay still. And then when I head home, I do have to go and pick up a photo print as well, because I am exploring a new option of photo prints, because that is one of my plans down the track to start selling photo prints as well. So I've been just testing some orders here and there, so I've got to pick up some stuff on the way home, and I'm hoping that this is going to be this refreshing, invigorating aspect. This is my reset, and I'm going to embrace that new creative side that does come from this. So thank you guys again for watching this and listening to me ramble on, and thank you so much again for all of your comments on the previous vlog as well. I am going to start doing this as regularly as possible. I don't want to promise a schedule because this is a little bit more spontaneous and expressive, so I'm not going to promise a schedule, but I am going to do this more often as well, since it's something that everyone really did enjoy, and it's something that's helping me through my cycles and my process as well. So thank you again, everyone. Sending you lots of love. Bye.